Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Real Watchers live stream for December 4th, 2024. Hope you're all having a great day so far. My name's Garrett.
And I'm Kevin.
And we are your lovely hosts. Hope you're all having, like I said, a fantastic week. Nadia says, let's get jiggy, so let's go ahead and do it.
Yep. Will Smith in it here.
Jiggy indeed. This is going to be a little bit of a lighter show this week. Not a lot of news stories, not a lot of trailers. And a surprise when we get to the movies that we watch this week, because it's a little different than normal. So, but Kevin, how have you? Or excuse me, get this off here. How have you been over the last week, Kevin?
Good, doing pretty good. Went to the movies a lot more, so happy about that. And we'll talk about that once we get there. But yeah, just good to be here. You know, just it's the middle of the week. We got some stuff coming up, and I can't wait. So
there you go. Yeah, it's been pretty low key. Still been kind of recovering. I'm still a little congested here and there. So, but I am feeling 1,000 times better than I was last week. So, which is good. Hopefully, that doesn't mean I get sick again this weekend. So,
no, hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Keep your fingers crossed. But yeah, I mean, I actually didn't go to the movie theaters as much as I did the week before. I was like there wasn't a lot that came out this week. I still haven't seen Moana 2 yet. I do kind of want to try and get to that this weekend. We'll see if I have time, but we'll see what happens. But let's go ahead and dive into the first story this week. Keeping on track with Moana 2. It has the biggest ever opening weekend for Thanksgiving release, with a $221 million opening weekend for Thanksgiving weekend. So that's counting Wednesday when it came out through Sunday, not just this weekend. We'll have just this weekend's numbers when we get to the box office later. But this whole kind of 4-day period is called the Thanksgiving weekend. So
gotcha. Yeah, it was really cool to see at my movie theater when I went. It was packed last weekend, and I absolutely loved it. It was cool seeing the movie theaters be so active, which sometimes it's not. But I had I'll say it now. I went to go see this. Had a great crowd for this. Both of my movies that I saw this weekend. So absolutely love it when people come out and actually respect the theater going and everything like that as well.
Yeah, and not sing.
Yeah,
don't sing in the fucking theater. It's not hard. But anyhow, but yeah, I mean, cool. Disney has been having a very good year this year. They did not have that good of a year last year, so I mean, good for them.
Yeah, good for them. Next up, Tom Cruise is developing a horror movie, possibly called Deeper. And if this is not a shark horror movie, I don't know what it is then.
Something underwater. Hopefully not a shark movie. Man, there's so many bad shark movies.
Well, what about if it's like underwater? No, I haven't seen Underwater yet with Kristen Stewart. Kind of like that scenario. Do you remember that?
No idea. There's no synopsis for the title yet. Apparently, it's a script that's been kicked around in Hollywood for a while. And it's had quite a few big names that were at one point attached to star, but then it never came to be. But I think Doug Lyman is the director of the new movie. Doug Lyman. I'm trying to see if he's doing the new Mission Impossible. I don't think he is. No, but he is the director of like Edge of Tomorrow and those kind of movies. So he's been talking with Tom Cruise, and they want to do a horror movie.
Cool.
Something a little scarier, which Tom Cruise has never done before, and neither is he. So kind of cool.
Yeah, cool.
But kind of on a recent interview, Denis Villeneuve has stated that he does not want to direct any Star Wars projects. Not because he doesn't like the movies or anything. He loves the franchise, loves the films, but he just the way he kind of described it is that Empire Strikes Back was a pinnacle piece of sci-fi cinema, and just he doesn't think he can outdo it, and he knows that he would try to, and then he would ultimately end up kind of failing himself and other people. So, you know, and honest reaction.
Yeah, I mean, and that's okay to say no to something big like this, because he's already a big director. He doesn't need a Star Wars thing. And what if it does go bad? And then the fandom's out to get you and everything like that. Just if you don't think you can do it, just don't do it.
Mm-hmm. You can sit back and enjoy them, like maybe like, hey, maybe this guy should do it or this girl should do it or whatever.
Yeah, give suggestions a little bit.
Right.
Next up, Insidious 6 has been delayed, but it's still in development. We had the Red Door, right? That came out that last year.
I believe it's called Red Door. And sorry, I just saw the comments about the music. I forgot to turn it down. That's my bad.
Okay. So it's okay. That's fine. Doesn't need to be coming out anytime soon, I don't think.
I know the most recent one didn't have the best reaction, kind of like widespread fans or critics or anyone. But maybe that's slowed it down a little bit. Who knows? But
I don't know. Can't say.
Who knows? Keeping on the topic of horror, though, Nosferatu's first reviews have come in, getting very high Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic scores. All of them are praising the director, Robert Eggers, cast member Lily Rose Depp, and a truly unsettling tone throughout the movie.
Interesting.
Yeah, which I mean, unsettling is probably the best way to put it. Everyone's been saying it's scary, and then a couple of YouTube reviewers I follow said it's not scary. It's more like a gothic fantasy that has horror as a main part of it. It's just going to be depending on what you find scary.
Like a Crimson Peak kind of ordeal. Have you seen Crimson Peak?
A long time ago.
Oh, okay.
No, maybe. I mean, like it gets a lot from the original film, obviously,
Okay.
And some from the other adaptations that have happened. But this is like a more of a period piece, like gothic fantasy horror.
Cool.
Which
okay.
I'm all here for. I am going to literally abandon my family on Christmas Day to go see this movie. So, and I got to get that popcorn bucket because it's Count Orlok's tomb.
I didn't know they had a popcorn bucket.
It's a sarcophagus, dude, and I want it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Actually.
Also, we never talked about it, but on a related note, the popcorn bucket at Regal for The Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim.
I haven't seen it.
Is a full-scale warhammer. It's literally like the head of the hammer opens up the popcorn, and it has the whole handle and everything.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, dude. I want it.
Yeah.
But yeah, super excited for Nosferatu. Really, no one has anything truly bad or even mid to say yet. I mean, there's always going to be people who don't like it for every movie, but the majority of them are very, very highly praising it. So, and it just won its first award. Some critics circle on the East Coast, I think, gave it best cinematography this year. So we might see some Oscar stuff.
Nice.
I mean, hey, more horror representation at the Oscars is needed for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, just genre movies in particular, but
Yep. Next up, Smile 2 is now streaming on Paramount Plus. We'll get to that in a bit. But yes, it is streaming there. I can confirm.
Yeah, so I never got the chance to see it in theaters, so I will have to check it out on Paramount. So, alrighty, and next up, Michael Mann is finishing the script for Heat 2, which will be his next film, and it will be based on his novel of the same name. So that will be the basis for it.
So it's going to be Heat number 1?
No, it's called Heat 2. He wrote a book called Heat 2.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now he's going to be making it into a movie.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Understandable. All right. And, Thanksgiving just passed and we got Christmas coming up. Terrifier 3. That's what we all think about when we do holidays nowadays. So Terrifier 3 is going to be re-released for the holidays to get that horror Christmassy vibe going on again.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm scared to go to the mall and go to any of those sit-down Santa Clauses.
Oh, yeah.
So that's all I'll say.
If you know,
If you know, you know. And that is it for our stories this week. There is really not a lot happening in terms of new announcements or anything this week. So thank you for all kind of jumping in on that. Joey, does that adjust for inflation for the biggest Thanksgiving release ever? Probably not. Usually they don't when they announce new records. So, but as far I didn't see if it did or didn't, but I'm assuming it did not. Thank you. Yeah, sorry about the music, Nadia. Todd Phillips should take a page from Denis. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like the directing of Joker 2 wasn't the worst part of it. It was a very pretty looking movie, and it flowed. But yeah, I get it. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it.
Yep.
I mean, I wasn't too keen on it either, but alrighty. Well, that's it for the stories this week. So let's go ahead and dive into the trailers this week. And I mean, there's not a lot that came out this week, Kevin. There's only 5 of them, but 6 of them. But I think I know what stood out to you.
Yeah, and it's Solo Level Reawakening. I don't know if I'll go see this in the theater because it is an animated movie that its first season was fantastic in my eyes. We'll see if I go or not. It's playing very limited everywhere, so but
it's got a shit ton of showtimes in our local theater.
Oh, really? Okay.
This whole weekend is like dominated by it. So it sounds like if I can finish the first season, we'll go see it together.
We'll see. But then Snow White looks very interesting. I saw this one in the theater when I was watching Moana 2, and I don't know what I think about it, to be perfectly honest. The freaking dwarves are absolutely terrifying, first of all. So, and we'll just leave it at that.
I mean, I think the trailer looks pretty good. I didn't know they were going to be adding like musical aspects to it, which if it's all original songs, that's really cool. And it kind of goes for its own feel, and it already feels distinct from the original. It looks like they're taking the original as some sort of basis for this one, not as a complete one-to-one, which that gives me a lot more hope for it. Rachel Zegler looks fantastic as Snow White. Gal Gadot really embodying the evil queen there. She's fantastic. She looks great. And yeah, the dwarves are terrifying, but
they couldn't just like use real people for that. That's what I don't understand.
I mean, like the animals don't look realistic either. They all look cartoony as well. So like, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to learn what people said from Lion King.
True.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's either that or Solo Level. That was the best trailer this week, in my opinion. So I'm right there with you. Yep. But let's go ahead and jump into the box office, Kevin.
Yeah, box office. Number 1, Moana 2, with $139.8 million. Fantastic for that. Wicked still up there with $81.2 million. Gladiator coming in with 31, and Red 1 with $12.7 million. I knew it was going to be Moana or Wicked on top, but I think Wicked was last week that it came out, correct? And Moana's the new movie.
It's 2 weeks ago for Wicked, yeah.
Yeah, so
it'll be 2 weeks ago on Friday.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. So Moana 2 is definitely going to take number 1 spot. Oh, and then I'm sorry, it went to the next page. the best Christmas pageant ever with 3.2 million. I didn't see
disappearing from the list last week and coming back this week. Real interesting.
You know what I'm very surprised about? The freaking Wild Robot is still in theaters.
Oh yeah, it's been making a lot of money.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's a good movie. You should go see it if you haven't. But that is it for the box office this weekend. Wasn't that Snow White movie the one with the dwarf controversy? Oh, because they were like the rumors that they were going to have a bunch of like different people, and that ended up being false. Like completely, like it was all doctored images and Photoshop and AI stuff. Like it wasn't real. It was never real. As far as,
but that is this Snow White movie.
Yeah, that is the Snow White movie. But no, that wasn't the only one. I think the other one is that they were saying like they wanted like actual like some little people to perform the roles, which I get that too. You know. But let's go ahead and get into the movies that come out this weekend, and it is half of it is a horror weekend, so I love it. Up first is a movie that I'm super excited for, which is Y2K. 2 high school nobodies make the decision to crash the last major celebration before the new millennium strikes on New Year's Eve, 1999. The night becomes even crazier than they could have ever dreamed when the clock strikes midnight. I'm super down for this. The trailer looks hysterical, and there's a Tamagotchi that kills people, so that's hysterical to me. Up after that is werewolves. Two scientists try to stop a mutation that turns people into werewolves after being touched by a supermoon the year before. This honestly just looks like a fun creature feature with some really good-looking practical effects, and it's got Frank Grillo in it, so I'm not going to complain. Up after that is the aforementioned Solo Leveling: A Reawakening. This is based on the anime series. Over a decade after gates connecting worlds appeared, awakening hunters with superpowers, weakest hunter Sung Jinwoo encounters a double dungeon and accepts a mysterious quest, becoming the only one able to level up and changing his fate. Super popular show. It is getting a full feature film. This is pretty common now. We see this all the time with Demon Slayer. Overlord just got one. Like, if you're into the show, then go for it.
Yeah.
And then lastly is The Order. A series of bank robberies and car heists frightened communities in the Pacific Northwest. A lone FBI agent believes that the crimes were not the work of financially motivated criminals, but rather a group of dangerous domestic terrorists. I've been seeing a lot of positive buzz surrounding this movie. We've got Jude Law, Nicholas Hoult, Ty Sheridan, a lot of people in this movie that are all supposedly very good. So
nice. Cool.
But that is it for the movies coming out this weekend. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. You changed your name.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how to say his name now.
I almost didn't know it was Matt Walls. Well, welcome, MW94. If that's what you're going to be going by now. Or if he still wants to call you Matt, just let us know.
It's Modern Warfare 94. MW94.
Okay.
MW.
There wasn't the Modern Warfare game in 1994, but
it's all right. You never know.
before okay. All right. But that is going to be it for all of the kind of scheduled stuff, the written stuff for this week. Not a whole lot to talk about this week. So, but we're going to go ahead and talk about the movies that we watched outside the wheel. And we said earlier in the show that there was something a little bit different this week. For once, Kevin has watched more movies than I have in a given week. But not only that, I didn't watch any movies outside of the wheel spin this week. So, get ready to hear Kevin for a little bit as we go through the movies that he checked out over the course of this last week. So why don't you kick it off with your first one here?
Yeah. First one, Moana 2. Not as good as the first one. Doesn't have not too many catchy songs in it, but Beyond is probably the most catchiest song that Moana herself sings. I wish they would have gone a little bit more on the not so cookie cutter side, like we always say about kids movies. And again, this is a kids movie. Totally understand why they went this route. It was still a lot of fun to watch. All the kids in the movie theaters that when I was there, they were having a lot of fun, a lot of laughs and giggles, and it was just a really good time. It's not going to beat the first one though. It's still really good second movie. It didn't disappoint, if that makes sense. So I gave it a 63 out of 100. Next up, this is the movie I wanted to go see on Saturday, but there was no seats available on Saturday at like 10 a.m. or something like that, which is cool. So I went to go see Wicked on Sunday. Now, I have not seen the Broadway show or anything of it. So this is my first time going in it, and I'm glad nobody sung in the movie theater. That's okay with me. And it was good. It did. I don't want to say it dragged on a little bit, but I did feel a little bit of the length of this movie. But it was still good. Like Garrett said, Ariana Grande is fantastic in this movie. She's really funny. She's very she has no brain, it feels like, in this movie, and that's exactly what her character is though. So, and I thought that was really funny. The songs are really good. They're This is my second time hearing some of the songs, so I don't remember all the whole words. But I want to say that Garrett pointed out this in his review. I did not put it in my review, and I forgot to. They sing about goddamn everything in here. They're giving birth, and they're singing about the baby giving birth. Like, that was not. I don't think that's necessary to do that. So too much singing, I feel like, could have gone away with it. Next up. Oh, I give it an 84 out of 100. But next up for me is going to be, Home Alone. And you can't go wrong with Home Alone in December. Coley McLaughlin doing his little Kevin impression and saving the house, just being a badass. It's just a really fun movie. Can't go wrong with it every single year for a Christmas movie. Absolutely loved it. Is it well written or anything like that? Sometimes it's not, but it's shit. You're there for the fun. So I gave it 100 out of 100. Next up, they're having Hitchcock for the Holidays on the Criterion channel, and I wanted to see Rope for the longest time. And is this suspenseful or what? Literally telling them that there is a dead body in the trunk without anybody noticing. I was waiting for somebody to be like, why do they keep talking about murder like this? But no one kind of bats an eye about anything. But that's what makes it so intense. And then when the what's the guy's name? He's in every Hitchcock movie.
Oh, Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, Jimmy Stewart realizes what's happening. It's good. It's a really good one setting movie, and it's awesome. I absolutely loved it. So I gave it a 95 out of 100. And then Nadia put this on, which was Smile 2 on Paramount Plus. It is there, and this is better than the first movie. The gore is really good. The songs are a bop in this movie. They are so good, and I like how it plays along with, because she is a singer and a famous one at that, is it all in her mind? Because she does have an addiction problem that we learn about before this in the movie. So you're like, is she on something, or
Thanks for the spoiler.
What? No, you know she's on it because the mom says it.
Oh, well, it's not in the trailers, so.
No, it's not. But no, so it was really good. The songs were awesome. Only thing I didn't like was the CGI host that they show. It's at the very end, so everything else is really ramping up until then. But it was fantastic. Love it. 96 out of 100.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it for Kevin's movies. We got some comments here.
Got a lot of comments.
Let's see here. The year of 1994 was when I made the Call of Duty. I don't get it. You'll have to elaborate on that. Whoa, G is slacking. I just didn't watch anything this week. Kind of want to see Wicked. I think we both actually gave it the same score. You definitely should.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
We did.
Before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You should definitely go see it. It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
If you like musicals at all, or even if you can stomach them, I feel like people who don't typically like musicals will also enjoy it too. So, I'm not a big Broadway fan, but I do like the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Culkin?
I don't know how to say his name. Macaulay McCulkin.
Did you just say Macaulay McCulkin?
Mm-hmm.
It's Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay.
If there's any name that's gonna fuck with Kevin so hard,
it's gonna be this
Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
That's what I heard. That's his new name. From now on, he will only be referred to as by Coley. Smile 2 is so good. Want to see it again?
Yep.
There you go. I maybe I'll check it out this weekend. I don't have time today, but awesome. Well, cool. But let's go ahead and dive into the movies for the wheel spin this week. So we'll do your short first, Kevin.
Yep, my short. Really interesting short. I forget who makes this one because I forgot to. Yeah, and it was a really good story to this. He passes away and he's at the gates of heaven, and uh, the gate person is asking him why he is here, and he cannot understand him. And it's a basically play on words, and he goes through his whole life being doing a play on words, like I grew up like a baby with a silver spoon in my mouth, and it literally has a baby with a silver spoon in its mouth, in his mouth. So it's like kind of that. It was really good. Animation was fantastic, but I just loved the wordplay in it, and that's what made me really like this. So I gave it a 90 out of 100.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So my short this week was Billy Boy from 1954. I was not a fan of this short. I just didn't enjoy it. I thought the main character was annoying, and then the goat character has a gag that gets old pretty quickly. I don't feel like they did anything creative with it until maybe the end. I didn't think the animation was that good. For a Tex Avery short, it did not look that good. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too hard on it. I just could not get into this one. Maybe you'll roast me alive, Joey. But I don't know. This one just didn't really do anything for me.
Man, we got two Tex Avery ones too. I didn't notice that.
Joey said that last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But your first movie.
Yeah, my first movie was Serenity. Okay, I will say I've never watched a single episode of The Firefly at all. So if this has anything to do with that TV show,
it's a sequel to the show.
Yeah, no idea what was happening. So I gave it a 33 out of 100. It was a typical sci-fi action movie, which didn't give me a lot to go on because I didn't have any connection with the characters, and they don't let you make connections with the characters, unfortunately. There's always a comedic relief in this as well, and I knew exactly when he was going to say his comedic relief lines as well, so it was very predictable in that way, and that's why I gave this a score of 33 out of 100.
All right. Okay, so my first movie this week is Thanksgiving from last year. I gave it a 41 out of 100. I didn't hate this movie, but I didn't like it either. I think the cast is awful for this movie, except for Patrick Dempsey. He's great. He looks like he's having fun in a role that he's always wanted to play, and I think he's great. Everyone else is terrible. There's horrid dialogue in this movie. It is not written well at all. And there's some really bad attempts at comedy and satire throughout the movie. Like, we do need movies to show us how shitty we are as human beings on Black Friday and shopping. We do need that, 100%. But this was not the way to do it. It just felt superficial and annoying. But where this movie does work, and what I do enjoy about it, is when it's a slasher movie. Like, that's when it's fun. Carver, the killer in this movie, and this is the only time I've thought this about a slasher movie, he's the good guy. I'm just saying that right now. Not because he is more of a vigilante than a serial killer, but he literally, there's one person that he kills, and as he's about to leave, he realizes that the cat will not have food. He feeds the cat before leaving and gives it a head pat and then walks away. Carver is a good guy. The kills are also pretty fun. They're all themed around Thanksgiving. I know this is based off of like the Grindhouse trailers from Death Proof and Planet Terror, but like all the kills being themed is really fun. The oven kill is probably my favorite just because the idea of it is awful. But like that's the problem though. Just because you have a good killer and good kills and there's some fun moments with that doesn't mean that the entire thing is good, in my opinion. Like it's good parts of a rotten whole, essentially. It's like getting the good piece of meat on a burnt turkey.
Okay.
But I think I keep making these. I wrote this joke in the review. It needed a little bit more time in the oven. It needed some better characters. It needed us. There just needs to be a reason for us to like root for anyone. Like, it's cool to root for the bad guy, but that's about it. So, I mean, was it terrible? No, I did have fun with it, but I can't lie to myself and say that it was a good movie. It just wasn't.
It was a fun movie.
Yeah, I would say it's a guilty pleasure for sure. Like, I would put that on like during like a party or something. We just wanted to have a laugh. or I don't know. I wouldn't say I'd like watch it again, like out of my own free will, but
Okay.
yeah.
That's okay. My next one was Halle Berry's, not Holly, Halle Berry's The Call. Really, really suspenseful movie. Absolutely loved it. It's different tone, and where the work environment is, I thought was fantastic. A 911 dispatch call, and you get to hear all of these 911 calls come into one center with one person, is fantastic suspense movie, like I don't know, like aura kind of situation. Really, really good. Loved this movie because of how suspenseful it was and how different it was as well, because you get two perspectives. You get Halle Berry's and the girl that is kidnapped. The girl gets kidnapped in this movie, and she tries to teach her how to survive, pretty much, and that's what makes it really stressful, because what if she does something wrong? Because she is a teenager, she might do some stupid stuff. So that's what I gave it a 97 out of 100. I want people to go watch this because I didn't know about this movie, and then watched it, and I was like, I was fixated on the screen when I was watching it, so absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it's one of the reviews I saw in here. It was like, girl, oh my god, I got kidnapped. Halle Berry, oh my god, we have the same zodiac sign.
Yeah.
All right, last movie up for me was Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, and I wasn't too thrilled with this one. I mean, it looks like people dislike it a lot more than I did, but I don't know. The story it felt like a piece of fan fiction as opposed to like a true sequel. Like, it just didn't feel earnest. But I can't say that I didn't have fun with it. Like, there are fun. It almost feels like an action movie at some points. Like when Michael Myers drives away from the gas station that Loomis is at, and it just explodes. Like, it's just like, all right, cool. They just had the budget and they wanted to do an explosion. Yeah. The gang of rednecks that all get in their truck because the police weren't available or whatever is also hysterical to me. But Michael Myers doesn't look that good in this movie. The mask is not good looking at all. It feels cheaper. It feels like a routine slasher movie. Like, this is the kind of slasher movie that someone would be watching in a slasher movie. But I feel like I did have more fun with it than I was expecting to. Like, I actually laughed out loud to myself a little bit more than I was expecting. So I did give it that's why I gave it a little bit higher of a rating than I think I was expecting to. Maybe some of you were expecting me to do. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't really worth it. I wouldn't watch it again, but like, it was enough to be like, yeah, it was just meh.
Me.
I don't know. I can't remember if it's this one or Halloween 5 is the one that's supposed to be really bad.
There's a couple more bad ones afterwards.
I know a lot of them don't go very well, but
no, I think Halloween Curse of Michael is bad, and then the one with it's not Ice Cube. So it's another.
I know they get really bad later.
Yeah,
like whatever. But
H2O is not bad though. That's like the one gem in the later movies.
The gem in the crown.
Yep.
But, yeah, it was fine. Cool. Not it wasn't great, but
it was there.
It was just there. Alrighty. Let me see here. It's your choice. I like Billy Boy, but to each their own. Hey, you know what? Totally fine. Kevin, shorten your reviews. You're spoiling all the movies.
Which one did I spoil? What, the one that she gets kidnapped in? Like, come on, that's the whole thing.
Joey says, conversation between Loomis and the priest in the truck about evil and the analogies between them is a high point. That was pretty good. Also, like the ending. Shame they didn't really do anything. I wasn't that big a fan of the ending. I thought it was just kind of odd. I don't know. Halloween 5 is pretty good. H4 and Curse are horrid. All right. 5 sucks. 6 is a bad, weird, bad off, and 8 with Busta Rhymes never happened.
That's the one, Busta Rhymes.
Smile 2 and The Call.
I spoiled Smile 2?
You said something about a CGI host at the end.
It's just a CGI host. I didn't spoil anything. You get to see it. If you saw the first one, you know there's a host.
Anyhow, but that is
Okay.
going to be it for all the reviews this week. So let's go ahead and jump into
The Wheel of Fate.
There you go. I love the delay.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and get some more movies on here. Let's see what you got. Anyone have any suggestions? The things that you would like to see on here? Want to torture us, or or give us something good to watch? I don't know. It's up to you. Go ahead and throw them on here. What you got?
Don't throw them. You can't throw them.
Yeah,
yet.
don't throw them.
Yeah, that'll hurt your.
Don't throw them at your monitor. We're not responsible or liable for what happens to your monitor or your TV or your laptop or your phone or whatever you're on.
No. Tablet, iPad.
Whatever. Kindle Fire 2.
Samsung Flip, Samsung Fold.
Your LG fridge.
Your Dino PC, your Macintosh.
All right, we got some shorts from Joey. Alrighty. This is Chip and Dale. Oops. The Trial of Donald Duck. What did he do? Little Quacker. That sounds racist. No, I'm just kidding. That's my mommy. You got a mommy kink.
Mommy.
That's the game show you didn't know you wanted. Welcome back to That's My Mommy. Henhouse Henry. Okay. Tom, Turk, and Daffy.
Oh no!
Alrighty.
Nadia. I just saw Nadia's thing. Twilight.
I did say make us suffer.
Smile 2 is for you. Yeah.
And then I might just watch it recreationally if it doesn't spin it for me. So if I do, I'll remove it next week.
Okay.
And then Hush. Nice pick. I haven't watched Hush yet.
I don't think I have either.
Stalker Shadow of the Zone. Is it on Letterboxd?
Oh, you're going to look it up? Okay.
It is on Letterboxd.
Stalker Shadow of the Zone.
So it's based on the Stalker video games.
Okay.
Which is also based on the same book that the movie Stalker is, that we covered.
Oh.
Yeah. So the video games are based on the same book, and they also have like the zone and everything. So, which is pretty sweet. One of the things I'm looking for like a Christmas list type item this year is that there's a website that does clothing called The Cult of Cult, and they have a Stalker hoodie that I really want. It's like the poster on the front and then like art, like really old art in the back. It's really cool for the movie that we did.
Okay.
Anyhow, alrighty, we only have a couple people in here this week, and everyone kind of put something in, so we'll go ahead and spin that wheel. We'll do Kevin first because I want to build up the tension for myself.
And we're doing a short.
You're doing a short? All right. Kevin's getting the short. What's it gonna be?
It's going to be a short.
Well, yeah. Alrighty, and your closest short is something turkey.
Gobble gobble.
Oh my gosh. I can't. It's the point I can't even read it anymore. Something talking turkey or something. Oh my gosh! No wait, that was a closer one. Rabbit something. Rabbit fire. That's the closest one. Sorry, I looked in the wrong direction. Kevin got rabbit fire.
Rapid fire.
Alrighty. So we'll go ahead and remove that from the list. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And I'm going to do a short as well. Get it out of the way. Because, it builds up that tension, that drama.
Drama.
Oh, I actually got a short. Hey! There we go.
Rocky Homicide.
That sounds like a 80s horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
This winter, Hockey homicide. All right. Go ahead and get rid of that. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And Kevin's first movie. At what point will the wheel be a single color? So it looks like turning yellow or turning green slowly over time. I know. At some point. We'll have to wait and see. So, when you guys can't even read them anymore, how is that going to work to pick? I think if I zoom in... Nope. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out when that happens. We're good at putting things off until they're an issue. Keep adding it until it turns black. All right. Let's go ahead and shuffle it up. Kevin's first movie. Do you have your pick lined up if it's a...
Nope.
A pick for me? All right. He's going to tempt fate. I like it.
Actually, I do have one actually for you.
Oh, come on. Yes! I'm going to make you watch smut. No, I'm just kidding. Kevin, your movie this week is going to be A Silent Voice.
Oh, I know that one.
Yes, that is a very, very good movie, and I would like for you to watch it. So that's what you're gonna do, because I said so.
Okay.
Oop, that purple line is back.
Yep.
Right. You don't see my cursor. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and do my first one. Let's spin it up. Let's see what we get. I don't care about genre or anything. I just want something good.
Mm-hmm. What is this?
The Jungle Book 1994.
Oh. I think haven't you seen this? Because you were doing your Disney.
Not the 1990. No, this is a live action one.
Oh, interesting.
1994. Dude, hold on. The first image that came up on Letterboxd. Oh, this looks terrible. I can't wait.
Oh my goodness.
I can't wait. All right. Alrighty. So I got the Jungle Book 1994. Alrighty. I think with that, I will have pretty much seen every single version of that.
Okay.
Alright. We'll shuffle it up, and it is Kevin's last movie.
Yep,
Joey says it's a good movie. Okay.
Okay.
You downloaded the wrong Jungle Book.
That's great.
I'm not doing another one. That's not fair. I'm not doing another one. That's not fair. We have to get rid of some of the movies on this list.
Oh no, the Jungle Book is already off of it. So.
Oh! Hey!
Oh, Free Guy. I've watched this. Again, I mean, I haven't reviewed it though yet.
Ah, there you go. Well, Kevin got A Silent Voice, which is my pick, and Free Guy, which he'll be reviewing this time.
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh God. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and shuffle it up and spin again. I don't know, that image on Letterboxd is...
I like that he said that is the wrong Jungle Book.
The Visit.
Oh yes. Sorry.
I've been waiting to watch this one actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe it's the Shyamalan one.
It is.
Which I have not seen yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Max. Okay, cool. Alrighty.
That's a good one.
Wait, it's on here more than once?
What is?
Well, it landed on The Visit and it says remove all instances. Hold on. Let's see if it really is on here multiple times. It's on here twice! Look at that! It was unfairly stacked in the favor of that. Alrighty. So, that is going to be it. Oops, wrong one. That is going to be it for the wheel spin. So Kevin will be watching the short Rabbit Fire, along with A Silent Voice, which is a movie that I picked for him, and Free Guy. And then I will be watching the short Hockey Homicide, followed by apparently the gay porn version of The Jungle Book from 1994. I'm kidding, it's not. And The Visit from 2015, the M. Night Shyamalan movie. So pretty good spread of movies this week.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, a lot of different genres. We got an animated movie, a
You still got a
comedy.
horror movie too.
Yeah,
You're on a horror movie roll.
Wow.
Wow.
Owen Wilson isn't in any of these.
Yeah.
But that's going to be it for this week. It's been I know it's a shorter stream this week. There just wasn't that many stories, and I'm sure some of you are excited not to hear me talk a whole lot about movies that I watched. So, but anyhow, that's about it.
We're out of here.
Pretty much, yeah. So, of course, if you're not subscribed already, we'd really appreciate it if you did that. Makes you a cool person. But also, we have our show Movie Club that goes live every Friday at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This week, we'll be covering the Hollywood drama Sunset Boulevard. So, and if you didn't watch last week's Journey that we went on, you get to see the biggest change of face for an opinion that I've seen in a very long time. So you can go back and watch those. But Sunset Boulevard comes out this Friday at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And of course, this live stream goes live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which we don't plan on leaving anytime soon. So
nope, not that I know.
But anyhow, I mean, as far as other upcoming stuff, I mean, we still got a whole month here. So, obviously at the end of this month, we're going to start doing our best of 2024 stuff. And of course, the Real Watchers Awards, are going to be coming up. So make sure you're subscribed for those. And some other kind of best of the year lists, what we're anticipating, will also be kind of coming out. So, but anyhow, thank you so much for joining us this week, and we will see you next time, same place. And until then, keep those eyes on the screen. Have a good night, everyone.